right now, let's just focus on today, because we can only do this one day at a time. Within the next couple of months, probably by May, it will be known that ET life forms have been working with the governments. And my understanding is that within a week of this disclosure, which will probably come in the form of a State of the Union address, many articles, sensationalist reports, within a week or two is when the arrival and first contact will occur. This is when all shit's going to hit the fan. Sorry, but the proverbial term actually fits here, and it does. So I would highly recommend that you really think long and hard about this, that you pray about it, that you understand and know exactly where you should be. Rioting in the city is just going to be dangerous. It's going to be scary. Like I said in the beginning of this transmission, it's going to be like Armageddon. Now, what do we do about that? Everything we can to educate people that this is coming. That's the first thing I know to do, and that's why I'm starting this process now. And I'm a little fearful of releasing this just yet, but I'm going to watch very closely and pay attention to my intuition, to what my higher guidance is telling me to do, and make the informed decision to release this when I'm supposed to. And when I do, please pay attention, because I'm here as a Pleiadian, and I can tell you it's real. It's very real. But it's going to be amazing. If you have the ability to imagine worlds that you cannot possibly believe could exist, they're going to. We are going to have the ability to use all of our brain power to do extraordinary things, to create inventions, to create art, to create philosophies, and create societies that have never been seen before in our lifetime anyway, or in your lifetime, I should say. Once upon a time, the city of Atlantis was somewhat like that. But unfortunately, the ego of the human race got too big, too involved, and caused the downfall of that particular civilization. The efforts of the Galactic Federation of Light and other organizations that are out there in the galaxy that sounds so science fiction to you, I know, are real, and they're coming. Ashtar Command is real, and that's happening. But it's going to be okay. Once again, embrace it. Embrace the amazing wonders of the nonfiction dream world just revealing itself right in front of your very eyes. You get to live it now. Why wouldn't you want to? Because we have plenty of ways in which we can restructure our society to make it so much better. Another thing that's going to change for us for the better is going to be the way we tell time. The law of time will be very different from what you know now. We are under the oppression of a completely artificial time structure that will be removed from our society, from our civilization, and a new time structure will be put in place. This time structure will be a natural, harmonic, rhythmic, biological time structure. It will go with the natural flow of the earth, with the moon phases, with the tides, the natural way time should be told. Just like any other organization of life form on the planet, like bees and dolphins, for example, they follow a natural rhythm of time. So will humans. Once we get the 1260 frequency of time removed from our oppressive civilization. Now let me talk for a minute about the oppressive nature of our civilization. As this disclosure occurs, you're going to find that there have been many, many, many things that we have been lied to about. Everything, pretty much, that you have known to be true up to this point as a belief system is going to be called into question, if not completely heralded or proven to be false. The Vatican will no longer exist. Catholicism and organized religion, as you know it today, will no longer exist. There will be a lot of different truths that will be finally revealed to the human race, but these truths are once again okay. Just because they're not what you have been led to believe all this time doesn't mean that they're wrong or that they're bad. It's just a different paradigm, and it's one that will be embraceable and will be understood by those who choose to do so. But you have to understand that what you are about to go through is going to be very confusing, very, very confusing. And to possibly imagine how all of these governments could get away with such a web of deceit for so many years is very, very difficult to understand, and it's going to take a lot of time. But the beauty of it is we will have the time to do it. We were facing at one point in time the possibility of this world being over completely, but the universes as they are saw that the karmic outcome of that would be too disastrous. We're not the only universe in existence. There are others, and there are millions and millions of beings out there, not just us. Not just us at all. The whole theory of creation as you know it will be retaught to you. And it's quite an interesting and convoluted theory, or not theory, but reality. And that's one that's going to take a lot of time to understand too. Our history books, our philosophy books, our theology, and all of our art basically is about to leap into a completely different eon. We get to start, and we get to create reality from that point forward. 2013 is going to see something extraordinary, and it's going to manifest itself in a myriad of different ways. But make no mistake, once first contact has occurred, the changes will be underway. The governments will be replaced. Our financial system, our education system, life as we know it will kind of be put on a holding pattern so that we can have other new systems implemented, at least temporarily, until we start the process of rebuilding our civilization ourselves. And we are preparing for that now. We have been preparing for that actually since the beginning of the human race, really. Starseeds, light workers, actual extraterrestrial beings, and the offspring, like crystal children and indigos, will all be here to usher in this new eon. As starseeds, we are tasked with helping the human race restructure their systems. So any philosophical systems, any educational systems, the systems of art, the financial systems, and the governments will all be restructured, and our starseeds that have the genetic makings of great leaders will be responsible for aiding in this process. So you will find many of them rising up and taking on these responsibilities and their rites of passage. Embrace what they tell you. Have an open mind and be ready for a new reality, your reality. And I'll leave you with this for now. And I just want to say, take a moment to wash a wave of warm, energetic, peaceful, harmonious, and loving light over every single one of you that can see this or hear this today, and let you know that I am one here for you. I have always been, and I will continue to be. Whatever I can do, I will. And I will conclude this now in peace, love, and light in the coming of a new dawn.